Let's just wait for Sadhu Sounds, guys.
Yeah, so growing up is tough. So
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Paula's Booth, South Africa, guys. Yep, live in Johannesburg. So we're gonna wait for Sadhu Sounds. That's the song playing in the background. Rain, beautiful song, beautiful, beautiful. Don't fall the rain, don't fall the rain. Something's gotta kill. Something's gotta break. She be like, don't fall the rain, don't fall the rain. Something's gonna shield. Okay. There we go. There she is. Ah.
What's up?
Hey.
How are you?
How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. The pleasure
it.
is mine, man. I'm honored, man. Because I know you're very busy. You're an artist, so yeah. I appreciate it, eh?
Of course. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me all the way in South Africa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way from Cleveland, Ohio, in the States.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how's the weather outside?
Right now it is cold. It's cold and let me show you.
Wow.
So right now it is pretty cold.
Is it? Whoa. Okay. Wow.
So it's pretty cold and it's like a little. Well, we got a little bit of snow on the ground.
Okay. Whoa.
But I just got back from Texas where it was 90 degrees. It was so hot.
Wow.
But so I went to Texas for South by Southwest. It's a big music festival. And my manager, Indie Media, took me. We had a great time. It was so fun. I can't wait till next year. Definitely want to do it again. But yeah, Austin, Texas. So we just got back yesterday. So I'm here now. We were supposed to do this last week, right?
Yeah. No. What was supposed to do? Was it Monday or something? Okay. Yeah. Last week. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
that was
I
my fault.
understand, like.
Yeah.
No, but okay. I understand, like, because like you really I saw like you're always busy. So yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. And I'm usually not this busy. But this year I've been like double time is busy, which is good, but it's definitely something like like my voice is hoarse. I'm still getting used to that. Actually, I don't know if you can see, but I popped a blood vessel in my eye.
Whoa.
So it's been I'm just tired, but it's a lot of work, but it's something that I enjoy and it's so much fun. And so come what may, come the horse voices and the eyes, they come with it. So but I'm happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Man. So just tell us how you started with music.
Oh, well, I started in the church. I'm sorry, excuse me. So um I grew up going to church. I'm Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ. Um and when you go to church, when you say, Pentecostal people we go to church all the time. So, we always are at church. We are always singing. We always are praising and worshiping. And from like, little, I remember the first time like we were having like this big church meeting, like all the churches came together, and they asked all the little kids to go in the back and like present to do present something, to present a gift, as like or something like that to the Lord, right? And so they asked little kids, "Oh, I want to dance. I want to do this. I want to read something." I was like, "I want to sing," and I'm like 5 years old. I'm like little, so I get my song ready. Um, and I remember I wasn't even nervous. I'm always nervous now, but this time I wasn't even nervous. And I remember I got up there and I sang, and all the people were singing with me and getting with me. and I'm just singing my little song. I'm 5. And I remember everybody was like, when I finished, everybody stood up and clapped. And it was like, it was the first time, as a little 5-year-old, you get a good job and good girl all the time. But it was the first time where everybody in the room thought that I did something good. And so I remember I was walking back to my seat, and this old church mother gave me like $1. And I was oh, oh snap, like this is it. And so ever since then, I've been in the church choir. I've been in choir at school and church, singing at church, singing in the choir, singing on praise team, and meeting all the different musicians. It taught me so much. So I would definitely say that, that's where I definitely got my start and realized that that's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Wow. And did you ever feel like it was a challenge, like transitioning from gospel music to
Can you repeat
other
that?
genres?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? Did you say that I feel like it was a challenge?
Did you feel like it was a challenge, like when you transitioned from gospel music to other genres of music?
Wow. I don't think it was a challenge because my mom, all she listens to is gospel music. She does not listen to like
Oh,
Al
please.
Green and Aretha. You would think she would listen to like Aretha Franklin. She don't listen to
Yeah.
that. She listens to gospel music. She is the missionary. She's the evangelist. My dad, on the other hand, he was the rock and roll, leather jacket, Harley Davidson riding, Prince, Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. Okay. That's okay.
Um, Sorry. Somebody was calling me. But
Okay, no problem.
so yeah, so my dad was the type to listen to like a lot of really cool music. Like he Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like he listened to a lot of cool music. Janis Joplin, Prince. Um, what else did he like? He just liked rock and blues. So, and then I'm the youngest of 4. And then so my oldest sister, she liked a lot of rap. And then my brother, he liked a lot of rock. And then my other sister, she liked R&B. And so when it came to me, I would just take from everybody. So I
Wow.
was like, oh, I like that song. I like this song. I like this song. I like that song. And so they kind of told me what I liked. They gave me stuff and I was like, oh, I like this. I don't like that. And so I think that's kind of how I ended up making music that was outside of gospel music. I've written gospel songs before. I still sing at my church every Sunday. But, um, when it comes to writing love songs, I think that when I do write a love song, I approach it as if I'm writing it from God to myself or from myself to God, because when it comes to love, real love, that's the only real love like that there is. The only real love there is the love that God has for you. So when I'm like, even though it might seem like I'm talking about a significant other, I'm drawing from my experiences and the information that I have from the word on what love looks like and how it's supposed to treat you and what to expect.
Wow.
So yeah, my first song, 7, it was the first song I ever wrote. It's a love song, but it's not. I remember I was in a relationship and the person asked me, "You feel that way about me?" And I said, "No, that song is not about you. I, it's not about you.
Wow.
It's about God. I could never feel that way about you. You could never show up for me in the ways in which I'm. You, it's impossible. I'm not asking you to. You know. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
amazing. And I mean, so with your stage name, Sadhu Sounds, I assumed you were Buddhist, but then
really,
yeah, cause I was like checking the name Sadhu, and then I saw like a bit of uh Buddhism. I don't know. I guess maybe I was wrong. But
yeah.
how did you come up with your stage name? What inspired it?
Well, I am no saint, and I mean, I'm a saint and a sinner. You know what I'm saying? So, And that's why he had to come. That's why he had to get up on that cross, because nobody's perfect. But he's not expecting you to be. He's expecting you to have love in your heart. And I think that's one of the things that I've learned, or that was just so uh like it right in my face this last week, was it's not about if you go to church every Sunday. I go to church every Sunday. It's not about if you know, are robbing and stealing. I don't rob and steal. It's not about if, it's not about that. It's about if you have love in your heart for the person that you meet on the street any given moment, or do you have something else in your heart for them? That's what it's about. And I've seen the favor of God work in the lives of people who have love in their heart for God's people. And I've been standing next to that person and thinking like, dang, why is God not working on my behalf like that? I'm not out here, stealing and robbing and cussing and fighting and doing all this stuff. I go to church every Sunday. Why is God not showing up for me like he's showing up for this person? They don't go to church. But it's not about that. It's about the posture of your heart, the position that your heart is in when you are interacting with different people. I know that was not answering your question. You asked
No,
me
no, no.
about my
Yes,
name.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
so my name came from me and my friends, my friend group at the time. We love Erica Badu. So my real name is Sylvia. So it's really kind of stupid how I got my name, but we was like, it's not stupid. I'm not gonna say it's stupid. The story goes, we were like sitting around the living room one night painting, literally painting stuff. It's like painting like canvases and stuff, just painting, um watching Roots. You ever see the movie Roots?
Yes, yes, I've heard about the movie Roots. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we were watching Roots. It was painting sip. And we was just chilling. We was laughing. But we love Erica Badu. And they was like, my music name at the time was Seal the Real. Because my name is Sylvia, so it's Seal the Real. But I was like, but once the internet came out and the girl Sid the Kid, I was like, I can't be Seal the Real no more. So I was like, I gotta change my name. And my friend suggested that I change it to Sadhu because of Erica Badu, right? But then when I
Oh,
looked it up, because there's power in the name, right?
true,
When I looked
true.
it up, the meaning behind the Hindi spelling, which I use, means a nomadic spiritual guide. So it's a person who is spiritual, in alignment spiritually. They are moving around, and they are you know teaching, and they have a certain detachment for material things and earthly things and carnal things. They're spiritual minded. They're going around and they're teaching things of a spiritual nature. And so when I read the definition of what a sadhu was, I was like, oh yeah, that's me. That's definitely me. So I kept the name.
Wow, that's beautiful. So you've always been like a soulful person, considering the fact that
Yeah,
you listen to Erica Badu.
absolutely. Always been the the church friend of the
Yeah,
group. Always been the one with a word, with a scripture,
yeah.
with encouragement, with a prayer, with telling you to trust God, just pray, you know, definitely me. And then I also respect what other people believe, it doesn't have to necessarily be what I would believe for me to respect it, because we're humans. We're humans, and we live in a physical existence and a physical experience, even though we are spiritual at the same time. And the spiritual world is also living and moving around us. But we right now are having a human experience. And if you can't love and respect and honor and cherish your brothers and sisters that you see, like, that is foundational. That's the basics. So, in order for God to be able to use me and to bring people into the kingdom the way he needs to, I have to be humble enough to be a human. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the Holy Ghost. They got all I'm supposed to do is plant the seed. The Holy Ghost gonna come through and water it. God gonna come through and, give the increase. I don't have to do all that. All I have to do is plant the seed, which is what we do right now. We talk about the Lord, and we don't have to shame somebody else or put somebody else down because they don't believe what we believe. All we have to do is be beautiful, show up and be and have love in our heart, for somebody. So yeah, definitely me. My mom is the missionary. She Ghostbusters for real. My mom, and I'm named after her. She do not
Wow.
play. She will she'll knock the devil out you. She sure will. She will. She will. And so, growing up in the church, um, and having a relationship with God, yeah, you definitely see the difference in the people that you meet, but also you see the need in the people. God, the people need God. God's children need their father. Every child need their father.
True.
So yeah.
True. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. So you mentioned something very interesting about you being a teacher and also teaching about um, detachment from materialistic things, right? Um, do you feel like it's a challenge? Um, you teaching that you sending that kind of message in your music, in the music industry, because there's so much about wealth, but defined in a material sense, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, and the and power being manifested in a physical way, not necessarily um, power displayed as in a spiritual way, or in terms of power being used to uplift people, but more of like to flaunt and brag. Do you feel like in a world like that we're so exposed to that through the mainstream media and what we listen through mainstream platforms? Is it a challenge? And um, how does the maybe let's say a sadhu, which is like a younger sadhu, or like a next generation of young artists that look up to you, how do they adjust into an environment like that? Because I mean, very soon in 2030 we'll be going into a digital era that's even way more exposed than we are. What are your thoughts on that?
Wow, that's a good question. And let me just say, you have had some great questions. So thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a great conversation so far. Um, it's definitely a challenge. It's absolutely a challenge, especially in the day and age that we're living in, and how the power, even the power structures in the world, are topsy turvy. You know, but when it comes to material things and wealth and what it means to be wealthy versus rich, what it means to, have what you need, and then to have, or to have what you want, but you don't necessarily need it. A lot of people are, consumerism and, just over consuming. A lot of people are over consuming.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really hurting us. It's hurting us because we don't have power when we are just following what they tell us to do.
Mm,
We overconsume because sometimes we feel there's a deficiency inside of us, right? So I like that scripture: "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want." Because sometimes you want things that you see other people have, but that thing is not for you, and
mm,
you won't even like it when you get it. You ever, like, how little
mm.
kids, they want something in the store and they beg and
Yeah,
beg and beg.
yeah,
That's how we are to God. We see something somebody else got and we beg God, and God, like, you don't even like that. It's nasty. You're not gonna want it, you know. And he like, oh, it's $20. You sure? And then he give it to you, and you get it, and you like, dang, I should have listened to God. He was trying to tell me, right? But yeah, when it comes to consumerism and being excessive with that, I think that it's okay to have nice things. First of all, it's okay to treat yourself, especially when you work hard, but you can't neglect your responsibilities, right? Paying
True.
bills, showing up for people, doing the things that, or even being able to be available to be used by God to help somebody. Somebody might need a ride. Somebody might need $25. But if you spent all your money on Jordans and Chanel, you
Yeah.
can't be of service. You can't be of use to what God wants you to do. So that's one thing about it. Another thing about it is it makes you feel good and empowered to have on Chanel, right? To have a Chanel, it'll make you feel powerful. But you're literally taking your power. You're giving your power to Chanel. You had power before you gave $250 to Chanel, before you gave $645 to Coach. You know, so when it comes to power, our economy, our strength as an economy, our strength as a buying power, even as Black people in America are the economy. We spend money. We are the ones who spend money and keep the economy going. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a flaw for us. But that comes from a place of not having anything. So when you come from a place of not having something, you're gonna want something. And sometimes when working hard doesn't get it, you might even want to take it. So, and that's human. That's human. Kids do that, right? Kids know right from wrong. We all know right from wrong. We all
True.
know if it's right, it feel right. If it's wrong, that's not right. That's wrong. So, yeah, when it comes to like the things that we prioritize, that we spend money on, because that's the thing. We could be spending money on donating toward, and we can support in a lot of ways, support people like you, right?
True.
We could be spending our money with that. We could be spending our money with programs for children,
True.
right? We could be donating our money to the food bank to help the hungry, or we could just be that type of person to help. um but a lot of people, they want what other people have. It's in the music, it's in the songs. A lot of rap is saying what I have and why you should want it. That's a lot of rap these days. And if it's not talking about material things like Jay-Z, it's talking about killing and drug and like, prescription pills. So
Yeah.
it's like you have to be true to yourself. Young people, when you're making music, remember that it's a gift from God and that He gave it to you, and that you're going to be able to do a lot of things with that gift. It's going to open a lot of doors for you. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to make a lot of money. But you are also responsible for giving that gift back to God, right? And that means that with your music, help somebody. So with my
True.
music, I want to help somebody. Um, I try to encourage people. I try to write about situations that hurt me, and I write about them to so that I can get it out on for myself, because it's a release for me. The process of expressing that and getting that out, right? Whatever I was feeling, whether if it was hurt or it was extreme joy, I want to write about it because I know that somebody else is going through this, and they might need to hear how I made it through. They might need to hear that somebody did make it through something like this, and now they got a soundtrack for it. So while you going through, play this song because you can make it. Um, and also because artists, their job first is to be the people who will tell you about the time. So as you look at the different artists and you listen to what they were talking about as the time goes back and back, you will see what was going on in the world by what they wrote about. So we are responsible for keeping up with history. We are responsible for teaching the children and the later generation, because they're going to listen to this.
mm,
They're gonna know what it was like in 2026.
mm,
This is what the world was like in 2026. It was
mm,
wars. It was trade wars. It was real wars. It was people were coming together at a enormous rate. We had people from all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, getting on a podcast with people from South Africa, and they were connecting and they were building things. So we'll be able to say, because it'll never be like this again. Whatever the times are, whatever, that's why it's important to stay present in the moment, because it'll never be this way again. It may be better next time, but it'll never be like this. And so
mm,
that's the cool part, is that like right now, like, this is amazing. This is cool. I've never
mm,
been on a podcast outside of America. This is my first podcast in Africa. This feels
mm,
amazing. And the next time me and you talk, it'll be great. It'll be better. But it won't be
mm,
like this. It'll never
true.
feel like this again. It'll be
Mm,
different, and it'll be bigger and better, and it'll be great, right? But
mm,
that's why it's important to stay in the moment, and to cherish the moment, and to see God in every moment, because when you see him, you can see how good he's been. And you can be grateful. Like, I before I left and I went to Texas, I was like a little sad. I didn't really like how things were going. And when when I all I did was leave for like a weekend and came back, but the way God took care of me while I was on the road, you know, the way he showed up for me, I'm so grateful. I just had so much thankfulness, and I still do. I last night I just had to go and be in my solitude. When I got home, I just had to go and sit down and be quiet in a quiet room, because I was just still reflecting on all the things that God had done, and it was just overwhelming. I'm about to cry right now, but I, you know, and I just kept telling him I love him, because, and I love this life that you've given me, you know, and sometimes I don't feel like I love my life, but it's sometimes it's the little things where it's like, God, you kept us safe. You protected us. You didn't let this happen. You didn't let this happen. You showed up and you made sure that we were well taken care of. Everybody around us was sweet. And I'm grateful. God is so good. So I'm happy to be back home. Texas was amazing. South by Southwest, Austin, Texas, I will always remember. And I can't wait for next year. It's going to be amazing. So
yeah,
you got to come to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest.
definitely.
You got to come.
I don't intend doing that. Um, Man, also my sister also I actually run Polo's booth with her. So I
Okay.
think next time, yeah, I think next time when we do an interview again, she should be the one to interview.
Okay, nice. I would love to talk to your
Yeah,
sister. I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait. I love the
yeah,
Ballers booth, balling.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
y'all for
yeah,
having me. I appreciate being here. And
for
this is
sure, for sure,
amazing. This is an amazing experience. It really
for sure.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you actually mentioned something, and it reminded me of a question I once asked a male artist, and I feel like if I also ask you, I get to hear a feminine perspective, and I feel like that would like balance everything, and also um, help us as a black community, or should I say African community, or even as a music community. Um, what how what do you think we could have done as a continent to empower um, artists in the diaspora, or the people within the diaspora? Because when we look at the USA, you see how the Jewish in the Israel empowers the Jewish in the USA. You see how the Asians and the Chinese empower the Chinese in the USA. Where do you think we as a continent, as Africa, might have missed it?
Well, that's hard because it's a continent. So you
Yeah.
have to like, in order for you to accomplish something in unison with the whole continent, you have to
Yeah.
get all the countries to agree, or at
Yeah.
least majority of the ones who are going to be fit footing the bill for this. But I've
Mm.
thought about this before, and sometimes I feel like if Africa had a or an embassy, other countries, like I always felt like, you know, I want there to be, because when you have an embassy, like if you go outside of your country and you have an embassy in that country, you feel a little safer because it's kind of like your big cousins or your big brother is here. Just in case anything happened, you got somewhere to run to. And I think that if Africa, this would be a great idea if they could get an embassy for the diaspora and the people all around, all the different African American, African descent people all around the world. I
Yeah.
feel like we would feel so much safer in the world. I think Black people would feel so much safer in the world if if we had an African embassy in America.
Yeah.
I would feel safer that if something happens to me, that Africa's going to have my back because I'm African.
Yeah.
I'm from I'm of African descent. So if I need some help, I want to be able to call my big cousin, to call my big brother. Um, if I'm in the UK, if I'm in Italy, France, if I'm in Germany, if I'm in South America, if I'm in Spain, I want to be able to go to an embassy. And if anything ever happens to me in Spain, I want, Italians can go to their embassy. You know, the French can go to their embassy. Everybody can go to their embassy except for, even the US kind of has an embassy, but Black people are not treated the same in America. You know,
True.
we were slaves. We were enslaved people. We were not slaves. We were, you know, free people, and they enslaved us. So we were enslaved at a point in time for a long time. And
Yeah.
the type of enslavement that Black people suffered was disgusting and tremendous and totally the most think about some scary movie stuff. That's what we was going through. Some
Yeah.
stuff that is just you would have never thought. So it would I think that our connection with our home, it would have
Yeah.
been more strong if we had a representative from home here
Yeah.
to kind of say, you can't do that to them,
Yeah. Yeah.
or anywhere. And I think that Africa is it's huge, it's
Yeah.
rich, and I would love to see, and shout out to Burkina Faso and
Yeah.
Mali and Niger, because I love what they're doing. I respect that so much. Shout out to South Africa for what you guys are doing, all of the progress that you have made. I can't wait to come to South Africa. I can't wait to
Definitely.
come to South Africa.
Please
Um,
let me know. Yeah.
one of my friends recently went to where did she go? She went to Botswana and somewhere else, and she was
Oh,
saying how
this one,
beautiful it was. One of my friends was just
yeah.
recently in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and she was having the time of her life. One of her friends got married in Nigeria. So there's so many different places that I want to visit. I want to go on to the safari. I want to go to the savannah. I want to go, you know, to what is it called? I hear everybody. I hear it's so beautiful. It's on the West Coast. Um, what is it called? I can't
Ghana.
remember what it's called, but it's right
Ghana.
there near. It's on the Ivory Coast.
Uh,
Um,
Senegal.
but yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
would. What'd you say?
Is it Senegal?
Is it Senegal? Oh, it might be Senegal.
I'm not
It
sure.
might
I'm
be
not sure. I'm not
Senegal.
sure.
Yeah, it
Oh,
might
are
be
you saying? Are
Senegal.
you
They say
saying?
the
Are you saying
Senegalese people are so beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so,
want to go. I want to go and see something beautiful. So, so yeah, I would love to, do a tour, of that beautiful continent. So, and everybody is just, I respect the continent so much. I appreciate all of the things that you have been able to reflect to the world right now in 2026.
yeah.
So shout out to Africa. Shout out to the southern region. Y'all doing
Yeah.
y'all thing. Can't nobody mess with South Africa right now because I mean, it's so much respect. I love to see it. We love to see it. Black power, black unity. That's something that, yeah, that's something that is very important to black people, especially in the diaspora. So, um, yeah, we got to stay together, and
Yeah.
not to say that we do. And
True.
people love to say black people don't stick together. We
True.
do, we do
True.
stick together. We
True.
support each other's businesses. We
True.
do that. We do that. But we don't
Yeah.
like when we give each other bad business. We don't like that. And we won't
Yeah.
support that. But we
Yeah.
do stick together. And people say, oh, well, these people stick together and them people don't stick together half as much as we stick together.
True.
Stop making yourself, it's not even, we stick together. We love each other. If we could do a little better, everybody could. So, yeah.
Mm.
Love my black sisters and brothers.
Much love. Much love.
Much
But
love. Power to the
do you,
people.
true. Do you think our bond happening should it happen through the arts first, or do you feel like maybe we as podcasters have to be the ones responsible to do that, because then in a way we might uh, be able to expose you to the world, even though we might not have a large audience like the mainstream platforms. And like
Yeah.
and what do you think could be the cause of, like, because I mean when we talk about we support businesses for each other, do you think it would be um how would I put it? Do you think it would be constructive if African businesses worked, I mean, black businesses here in the continent worked with black businesses in in the USA, or anywhere in the diaspora? Because in terms of, like you mentioned, like we have the resources, then why not supply the resources to our brothers outside of the continent, and and get to create whatever products? And why is it that we always sell our products to the other races? I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying, would it not create a huge balance? Because I mean, I remember years ago where they were saying like Asia like trades with itself like 70% of it. You know what I'm saying? And other races mostly make their money move around their community before it goes out of their community. Where do we miss it as artists?
Yeah. I agree. And that's something that would be very powerful if we were able to accomplish that.
Yeah,
The world would be scared
yeah,
of black people. I
yeah,
mean, we already are, you know, the artists, the black athletes, the black thinkers,
yeah.
the black writers.
True.
We already are the trendsetters, the stage setters for the world. Um, I think that mainstream media is scared of social media, of podcasters like you. Mainstream media is about to be out of here. Podcasting, social media, that's the new celebrities. That's the new mainstream media. And I think that it does have to come from the podcasters. First of all, you guys are here every day. You guys are showing up and you're talking every day. And then also, I've noticed the network between podcasters. Once somebody start talking about something, everybody talking about it, you know? So, excuse me. The the podcasters have to talk about it. I release music once a month, maybe. You're on here every day. You're talking to the people every day. You can send a message out every day. I can only send a message out every time I release music or something like that, you know. But for the
Mm.
podcasters, it absolutely starts with you.
Yeah.
Forget about mainstream media.
Mm.
They've been lying to us for years. They have never had our best interest at heart. Their only job is to brainwash us and confuse us and lie to us. And we realize that now. As a whole world, we realize that. So now we don't need them. We don't watch them. We don't even talk about them. We don't bring them up. Only time we do is if it was like, you know, somebody like you or somebody like me who is still up and coming and they're saying, oh, you know, CNN had me on, you know, and so that's important to us, right? Because that's a milestone. But when it comes to mainstream media, and okay, I don't know if you are hip to this guy. His name is L.A. Russell.
No,
He's an
I'll check them out.
independent. You gotta tap in with L.A. Russell. He's an independent black hip hop artist. He sold 30,000 records, but they would not let him onto Billboard.
Whoa.
They wouldn't let him his stuff. All those records, he would have been in the top 5 on the
Mm.
Billboard's Hot 100 or Hot New Album. They wouldn't
Mm.
let him on because he's independent. And
Mm.
he's not a part of the big machine, the
Mm.
mainstream media
Mm.
machine. He's not in a record label deal. And so since he's
Mm.
not a part of their club, they won't even let him on the list, even though he would have outranked everybody on that list.
Whoa.
So not only do we not need the big mainstream media, we don't need the big companies. We don't need them. Not only do we not need them, because he sold 30,000 without them. They wouldn't even let him on the list. So not only do we not need them, but um, they're becoming obsolete. We don't need
True.
them. They're becoming obsolete. All they've been doing is taking advantage of us,
True.
stealing from us.
Mm.
Now that we've released ourselves from that, but I think that what we do have to look out for is the restrictions on social media and how they restrict certain language. That's what we have to look out for next, because they want to control us any way they can. They see that we're shifting. We're not watching the news no more on TV. We get our news from people like you
Yeah.
who went and read an article and then you came and told us what it said. So, or who was there and they saw and you
Mm.
came and said, that's not what happened. This is what happened. So we get
Mm.
our news now from people like you. And I love, like, even more than how artists connect, net podcasters, y'all have the network is like expansive. It's wide. Like it is, I'm like, wow, like I gotta become a podcaster. So that's my next goal is I wanna be like you one day. I wanna get a
True.
podcast.
But you shouldn't doubt yourself, because I heard you were saying that we always hear everything like once in a month. But I feel like what's more important is like it's the quality over the quantity. You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful thing about you artists is that you say something that lasts for a lifetime. Because I was just listening to your song, to one of your songs, and I saw like there's some of your songs that you had from like 2020, and it's still relevant today.
Mm,
So please, we do need artists like you, man, and
hmm
and what you your music, it's amazing. Like I was even listening to Rain, and you were mentioning, there's a part where you mentioned where your mom, where you say your mom says something about, don't question how the rain happens or whatever. It just goes back to what you were saying with your mom, that she could just outcast you. It's
yeah,
just a reminder of how, yeah, it's just a reminder, like I could relate to it. It's just a reminder of how like every African mother is. Like she reminds me of my mom and my grandmom too, you know.
yeah.
So
Then watch
yeah,
it, watch it. Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
yeah.
You better
So,
you
so
better watch yourself.
yeah, I think that's something that's so powerful about us as African people. Like whether it's um the way we raise our children, the way the music and everything, even though we can be like continents far apart, but there's just something so very familiar about us and just connects us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can always tell a black mama. You can
true.
always tell a black mama. Okay, you
True.
better watch out for that lady. She's not playing with you.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
But tell me, like man, your music is so creative. Like how how does your creative process like go like whenever like you in the studio? Is it usually like the lyrics first or is it the melody first?
um, it's the melody first. It's the melody first. So sometimes when it's easy, I always say like it wrote itself. It wrote
Whoa.
itself. I have to give all praise and thanks to the Most High because God will. It's like I hear the words. Like I'll put the music on, right? I put the beat on, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, I want it to sound like that, right? And so then I
Yeah.
listen to it again, and then I can hear the words this time now, you know. And I always say the Holy Ghost said it, and I just wrote it down. Um, so yeah, that's like the process for me. I'm up, I'm walking around, I'm dancing, right? You got to dance a little bit to see how you would groove to it, and you got to
True.
hum a little bit and see how you would
True.
sound singing on it. Maybe you want to do a higher pitch, maybe you want to do something low. Then once you get that part, you got your little dance, you got your little hum. Then you start to see ideas pop up, concepts for the song, and words start playing in your head, and memories start coming back. You're like, oh, this song reminds me of this person or the time we did this, and so now the song is about that. And
Whoa.
I think that when I always say, uh like it's kind of like the creativity is like water, right? It's spiritual. So I always say, like, sometimes God turned my faucet on and he just leave it on.
Mm,
He turned the faucet on, he
mm,
just leave it on, and it's just, but don't turn off the faucet,
mm.
right? Don't quench the spirit,
True.
right? When it's flowing, write it down. Just write. Sometimes I'm writing multiple songs in one day. The most I
Whoa.
probably wrote is like, and I'm not complete songs, but like I've started and stopped 4 songs in one day because God was just, it was flowing. I couldn't turn the faucet off. And sometimes it's dry. Sometimes I want to write and God refused to turn that faucet on for me, or he might put a drip down for me. But, and I just can't do it. But sometimes like, it's like just coming and coming and coming. Sometimes I'm in the studio with
Mm,
other people and I have a time crunch and I have to like really focus. And so that takes practice being able to because sometimes, like I said, sometimes you feel like it and it's coming and it's good. And
mm,
sometimes you don't feel like it and you can't write nothing. You can't think of nothing good to say. But sometimes you have to be at work. You're working, you're on the clock, studio time, you paid for 3 hours. It's already been an hour. You got to finish the song. So you have to practice enough to be able to do that in a certain amount of time. So
mm,
yeah, but you definitely have to pray. Pray and ask God
mm,
to give you the words to say,
mm.
because I think that's where I get my best music is when I'm praying, I'm in tune, and God is giving it to me.
Whoa. Whoa. I never pictured it that way. Isn't like also like going through a writer's block, also being like something that's divine. You know. Um,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Yeah. I guess also. Um, wow. uh, it's also like a lesson for many artists sometimes, maybe we do put too much pressure on ourselves, but then how do you handle that?
Well, you have to be
uh,
obedient when God is telling you to do something, because
yeah.
when you do it, like when your mama said, go go wash the dishes, go do it now when she said it, because if you don't do it now, you still gonna have to do them later, and they're gonna be hard. And now you got to do extra scrubbing. It's gonna take longer. So be obedient. When God say write, write, and when He says rest, rest. And when it's time to rest, don't think that you have to be writing, because you did that already. Sometimes we can't rest because we always are working and we feel like we always have to be working. But even
mm,
God rested on the Sabbath. He said He maketh. That's why He had to maketh us to lie down in green pastures, because some people don't want to rest. He
mm,
had to lead you beside the still water because you was gonna go up the mountain again. He said,
mm,
"No, let me lead you beside the still
mm,
waters. Let me
mm,
restore your soul." We need to
mm,
sometimes rest, and we need to
mm.
be okay with resting. But you don't feel good resting when you know you still got dishes in the sink. You
True.
don't feel good resting when you know you still didn't do what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it. So that's
True.
why sometimes it don't feel good when we're not doing what we said we want to do because we didn't do it when we were supposed to do it. So I think
Mm,
when we are obedient to when God says do something, we don't feel bad when there's nothing to do, because that's our time to rest. That's important too. So that's the number one thing: obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. If you are obedient to your calling, you know you're supposed to be writing. So get
mm,
consistent. Start writing consistency. You know you're supposed to be applying for podcasts. You know you're supposed to be applying for shows. Start applying. And when it's time to rest, enjoy your rest, because
mm.
it's going to be time to work again. You know. So yeah.
Oh, oh. So it's more like divine order.
Yeah, it's seasons. It's a season for everything. You know.
Well,
Even life have seasons. At some point you're a baby, you gotta learn how to walk. Then you gotta
mm,
learn how to read and count. Then you grown, and you gotta learn how to be patient. You gotta learn inward things. Then you get old, and you gotta learn how to depend on somebody after you ran your whole life. So it's a season. It's a season for everything. Sometimes it's a season to work. It's a season to plant, and it's a season to reap what has been planted. So when you in your planting season, sometimes that requires waiting. It requires trusting in God that what you planted is going to come up and produce. And when you're in your
mm,
reaping season, sometimes that requires collaboration, because if you got a whole lot to reap, you're going to need some extra
mm,
hands. And so everything is a season. God works in seasons. So if you
mm,
just stay obedient to the season, pay attention. It's not hard. God's not making it hard for you. He's trying to make it as easy as possible you know. So just pay attention to the signs around you. That will let you know what season of life you're in and what you should be doing.
mm. And you mentioned something very interesting about collaborating. I mean, you're part of a band. Like, how do you know, like, that when you're collaborating with someone, you're still able to be your authentic self?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, hmm. When I think it's just I think I think you just know. Like some people, you feel like, oh, that's my brother, and then it's fun and it's
Mm,
happy, and you can be yourself. You can kind of like, okay, yeah, I can be free. But some
mm,
people, they just so just stuck up and
yeah.
standoffish, and the energy is not warm and welcoming. And for those people, it's kind of like, okay, well, let me guard myself a little bit, because I don't know, I don't feel like safe around this person. So I'm going to be a little bit more guarded with this person.
Mm,
So
mm,
sometimes that happens when, we have a large group and somebody, like, let's say one of my bandmates wants to work with somebody and I don't know that person. Then I might have to. But how I handle that is that I'm the type of person, I'm like a fly on the wall at first. So I'm quiet, I'm observing, I'm peeping the scene, and then I'll just kind of quietly get in and fall in line where I fall in, and kind of like see their energy first before I kind of like present my energy. And if I feel like this is not a place that my energy should be, I will not. I won't say too much. I will not say too much. I'll be ready to go home. But yeah, I've had both experiences collaborating with people where it was like, and I didn't leave the studio early or anything, but I didn't come back the next time.
Oh.
No, I was like, no, y'all argued all night. No, I'm not coming back. We didn't even finish the song. So, or sometimes it's like, man, we got 5 songs done in an hour, and they all
Mm,
hard. I love these
mm,
people.
mm.
So I think you'll feel the feeling. You'll feel the feeling for sure.
Wow. Wow. So you don't believe in the idea of like opposites attract, like, because like like those people like who are so competitive, but somehow the music comes out strong and good. Have you ever had like experiences like that where like
Yeah,
maybe your energies don't meet, but somehow the music it comes off good?
I
Have
think
you
so. I
ever?
think that's kind of like how my band is, because we're not the
Yeah,
same. Like,
yeah,
I'm a quiet. I'm like, more quiet and like kind of like a little bit even like happier, or like, but my bandmates sometimes they're a little bit more serious.
yeah.
They're more of the like alpha, and it's a
Yeah,
matter of
yes.
fact type of people, where I'm like, it's I'll give you an option. They won't give you an option. And
Yeah,
so I think that it works though. It's a good balance, right?
yeah, yeah,
To what I bring and what they bring, because it's both necessary. And it's kind
yeah,
of like, when I'm being a little bit too funny, then
yeah,
they can be like, calm down. Or when they're being a little bit too hard, I can be like, okay, hold on, wait, you know. And so I think it is opposites attract, and it is a good balance to have for sure. Definitely a good balance. I mean, it's yeah, in order for there to be some type of cyclical and repeatable, where we can keep doing this, there has to be some
yeah,
type of sun and moon balance going on,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So definitely opposites attract.
Oh,
Yeah.
and and like out of all the projects you've done, which song would you say feels like it was the most personal for you? And if someone was to listen to your music for the first time, which song would you play for them?
Okay. Can I do it for my music and for the band?
No problem.
Okay. So let's see. For my songs, which one was meant to most to me? Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. There's this one that I wrote um for my dad when he passed away. I had a dream, and I talk about it in the song about, like, when somebody passed away and you just missing them. And so I had a
True.
dream, and he came to me in a dream, and we went and we sat and we ate and we laughed and we caught up, and that just made me feel so good. So I wrote a song about that. That's probably my favorite. And then there's actually, you know what? Yeah, either that one, and that one's called Wake Up, and then Too Bad So Sad is called TBSS. And that one I wrote after a heartbreak, and it has so much emotion in it. And I just love
Mm,
that for that. Oh, you know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. I got a new one. It's called Borrowed Time.
Borrowed time. Okay.
Borrowed
Okay.
Time. Borrowed
Borrowed time.
Time is the most, it's from my soul. It's from my soul.
Mm,
Um, like the way I pushed that music out, like the way I even sang it, and just it came out that day. It was from my soul. It was from a like this. It felt like if you had a broken heart, but it was
yeah.
like how when you close something and the air come out.
True.
It was like as if somebody was putting my, like, if God was like had just put it back together and all the air came out. That was the song,
Oh.
you know, and that's that song. That I love that song. I love that song. It means so much to me. Even now, it can ground me, and it can,
Oh.
put me in a place where I was like, wow, I don't know, it's in the atmosphere somewhere. Um, and then so it was one that really meant a lot to me, and then the other one was one that what was the other part of the question?
I said the songs that you feel like were the most personal.
Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned Wake Up, and then you mentioned the one from your band, and then you also mentioned the one that is current Borrow Time.
Uh,
And then I asked if if someone was to listen to your music for the
oh yeah.
first time, what is the song that you would want to play for them?
Okay. So let me go back to the band. So the band is called SIS, SYS. It stands for Save Yourself. It's all black women. It's called SIS.
Yes.
And we got a song called Vibesy, and it's hard.
Okay.
It's like a Afro beat. It's a little reggae.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love that song. The whole band collabed on it. It was amazing. Um, so I would say that that one is probably the most personal for me for the band. So it's Borrow Time for me,
Okay.
Vibesy for the band, and then if I had to tell somebody to listen to my music for the first time, I would tell them to play the song. What's it called? Hide and Seek.
Hide and
Hide
seek.
and Seek. I love Hide and Seek. I
Okay.
love that song. It's fun. It's not too like, because sometimes I can get real soulful, and sometimes I can be really like playful. And so I think that hide and seek is a perfect combination of both. It's soulful, but it's playful because the words that I'm using, they're deep, but they can also be taken as a very playful kind of surface level type of thing. And I think it's just so good. So I would tell people to listen to Hide and Seek by Sadhu. And if you wanted to listen to a band song for the first time, I would probably say listen to Show Me, which is one of the first songs that we put out. And
Wow.
it's very cute. It's a love song. Show me what I've been missing. And because love is an action word. And so I think that, people probably can relate to that.
Wow. Wow. And because I remember you mentioned earlier that you just came from a performance, right?
Yeah.
And for anyone that's watching, are there any performances to look out for?
What'd you say?
Are there any performances to look out for? Um,
Yes. Yes. Let's see, what are we going to be doing next? Um, I have a show coming up on the 30th. I think I have two shows this month and one next month. So
mhm.
if you follow me on social media, Sadhu_Sounds, you can stay up to date with all of those performances. We're also going to be doing a So Far coming up too in Detroit.
Oh,
We got a couple festivals coming up. What else do we got going on? Uh, I can't really think about it right now, but um, I know that we will be having, a lot of more things coming up. So, guys, if you could tell your followers to just follow me, and I would love to come to South Africa. I was actually
definitely.
looking up. I think it's called Fringe. Have you heard of Fringe Fest?
French Fest. I'm not sure, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah. So I've been like
Cool.
looking for different festivals. I've been applying for different festivals for my band to go to different places and to do some traveling. So we have a plan to go on tour to see a few places. Some places are drivable around our states, and some places we want to go overseas. We want to go to France. We want to go to London. We want to go to South Africa. We want to go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
There are a
Oh,
lot of places that we want to travel to. Like I would love to
yeah.
be in these places. So um,
Definitely.
I'm excited about it. I want to come
Yeah.
to Africa so bad. Where should I?
Yeah.
Where should the first place I should go when I come?
Um, because I saw you love hip hop as well. So I think you should
Uh,
come to Cape Town. Yeah, I'll
okay.
ask. Yeah, I'll ask one of my brothers, Siseko, um, because he's in Cape Town, so like that's like
Okay.
yeah, so he's in a different province, so like hours away from each other. But like he's my brother. Like he's very exposed to a lot of influential international artists and also like influential artists this side.
Hmm.
I think I'd love being in an environment like that.
I
Just
would.
to get an experience of the
I
art as well.
would. I would.
Yeah,
So we
but
coming. We coming. We coming to
yeah,
Cape
come,
Town. You gonna set
yeah,
it up?
Cape
Me,
Town.
me and you gotta set it up.
Yeah, we gotta set it up. Definitely, we gotta set it up. And Siseko, because I mean he's the one who's that side. But then also if um as time goes by, then we'll make a plan for you to come at my side in Johannesburg. Yeah,
Yeah. I want
yeah,
to come to Johannesburg. We can go to Cape
yeah.
Town. We can go to Cape Town next. First,
And
we gonna come to
then
Johannesburg. Me and
first,
you gonna even if
you
we can do a house party.
definitely, hey, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my sister would love that as well. I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, she's very exposed to the world of art like in this country. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Is she?
She, yeah, trust me,
I gotta meet
she's
her.
definitely. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, whenever you free,
Okay.
I'll just video call you and like, yo, this is my sister. Yeah,
Please call me. Please call me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I gotta meet your sister. We
yeah.
gotta we come to Johannesburg first. Then
Yeah.
we gonna go to
True.
Cape Town. Okay.
Yeah, Cape Town, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't know when we're gonna go to Cape Town, but yeah, but yeah, I definitely because there's a so we do have like there's a hip hop festival. It's called Back to the City. So it's always like they always bring international artists. Um, Last year I think they brought Lupe Fiasco, and then but I didn't go. The previous one was Benny the Butcher, so I went to that one, and
Oh
then yeah,
wow, that's dope.
yeah. So like yeah, it's mostly like they always bring like underground hip hop artists
Uh-huh.
from that out here, like the
Yeah.
Pheromones and all those guys. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I can bring some
Yeah,
hip hop people with me. I'll bring some artists.
definitely,
You bring some artists.
definitely.
We meet everybody meet in
You know,
Johannesburg.
yeah, and there's a
Yeah.
synergy and everything just
Yeah.
goes along,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna have a
and
good time.
yeah, sharing our experiences, we're having a good time, you
Yeah.
know.
Who
So yeah,
cooking?
it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool like
Who
that.
gonna cook?
Okay. Whew. I, I don't know.
What we
You
gonna
you
eat?
you discuss that as the ladies, right? So I
I
mean,
want
I
I
don't
want
know.
I need somebody's mama and aunties and grandmama back there cooking. I want to eat good.
well, we'll see. Maybe I'll ask my aunties, but because I mean, like,
Yes.
yeah,
Call
unfortunately,
your
my mom,
aunties.
yeah, because unfortunately, my mom has already transitioned out of the physical realm.
Rest
So
in peace.
yeah. But it's all good.
Call
It's all
your
good.
aunties. Thank
But,
God for aunties.
but,
Call you. I love
yeah,
my aunties. I can always
yeah,
depend on my aunties. Call them
true.
aunties. I want to eat.
You wanna eat,
I'm a
hey,
big girl.
and,
I know you can't
and
really tell.
you enjoy some South African food.
What'd you say?
You'll enjoy some South African food.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
I think
want.
was it was it, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. We interviewed Ronaldo Cortez. He's a former NTA basketball player, but he
Okay,
lives this side.
nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
So his wife is South African as well. Because he's like, yo, you guys should come. And so yeah. Plus, I mean, like he's also selling um his rib piece sauce or something like that. So like he's
Oh
bringing that whole
wow.
That whole like
Congratulations.
people from the USA, and then like just mixing everything with the South African culture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you should I think we should when you come we should introduce you to him.
Congratulations. Congratulations on the podcast. Podcasts have been doing big things lately, huh? It's been growing.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
it's growing. Yeah, it's been growing. I won't lie. It's it might not be growing to a to level I wanted to go, but then like I said, like I think it's just God trying to. I think God is just trying to remind me, like what I'm saying. Like I said before, like it's quality over quantity. So yeah, you do find you 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 just need that one person. You just need that one person, and that has this kind of impact. Um, and it never matters how many people you have behind your back. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think sometimes we do take things for granted. I think maybe it's because of like you said before, like being exposed in the world of consumerism. You want to be you want to be that artist that has like the billion streams and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I guess like you said, being grounded, maybe that's the reason why we easily fall, because there is no foundation. So yeah,
hmm
and I
Yeah.
mean, is there ever like programs for us as entertainers or creatives where we can uh maybe speak and maybe be in an environment that is therapeutic or whatsoever. I don't know.
I
Maybe
like it. That's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta stay humble, Gotta stay humble. Gotta keep your feet on the ground. You're gonna be flying away. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So are there any projects that you planning on dropping?
Ooh. Yes, so
No,
many. We got one with the
yeah,
band coming up. We got another one that I'm working with. My good friend Bria Jorday. She's an
yeah.
amazing artist. She lives in New York right now. She is from Cleveland, but she lives in New York. And she's so talented. So me and her have a joint project that we're working on. With a some producers from Cleveland, also some producers from New York, and then I have a individual project. So there's the band, there's the partnership with Bria, and then there's one that I'm working on where I want to, um, like my last music, I don't have a whole lot of collabs. So I want to do more collabs. So this project, I'm working with Cleveland producers. I want to collab with my the artists around me. Anybody that I meet. I met a lot of people in Texas. So I'll try to reach out to some of those folks. And I definitely want to work with more people. I want to network. I want to collab this year. So you could
Wow.
be on the lookout for 3 projects from me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, are you allowed? Are you allowed by your manager to mention the dates and the names, if that's
I
okay with
don't think we have names and dates yet.
you?
I don't
Okay.
think we have names and dates yet. It'll be this year.
Okay.
The band project, there that's going to be coming out probably first. So
Okay.
by like midsummer, band project's going to be out. By the
Yeah.
fall, September,
Yeah.
October,
Yeah.
the joint project with me and Bria. That's the second priority. That's going to be released in the fall. And then before the year is out, I want to have my own personal project finished as
Okay.
well. So, or even if it's the top of the year next year, that's still great too. Um, so yeah, but the goal is to release music. As long as the music is coming out, you know, it's coming out. That's good. Yeah. And also I was gonna say, don't worry about the numbers, and don't worry about whether you feel like God has been adding to you slowly, or you think that he's gonna add to you, because God deals with multiplication. he multiplies things. So like you said, it could be one thing, but long as you work consistently, he gonna bless you. He gonna multiply that thing, and it's gonna be like you gonna be amazed. Your chin gonna be on the floor because you gonna be like, wow, that was God. That's how he works, so that you can be like, God did that. Yeah, God did that. Yeah. So when he multiply you, you gonna know.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody else gonna know too. That's why he did it. So that the world can be like, who did that? And you gonna be like, God. And they gonna be like, God, can you do that for me? And he gonna be like,
Wow.
I sure can. Thank you for coming. Thank you for asking.
Definitely.
So
I receive it. I
yeah,
receive it. Amen.
yeah. He gonna do it for
Um,
you. I already know.
thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
yeah.
All the
So,
way
so
in South Africa. That's amazing.
that's amazing, eh?
That's
Like
amazing.
I haven't had a female artist in a long time. Oh, so like
Uh,
I feel so honored because like
I'm honored as well.
so, it's too masculine at
Yeah, this
times.
is this is this is tremendous for me. This
Yeah,
is the first time anything like this has ever
yeah,
happened. It's an
yeah.
honor, it's a privilege, and it'll never be like this again. It'll never be like this again. This is my first time, and it'll never be like this again. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for reaching out, for inviting me on, for having such great conversation this whole time. Like great questions lined up. So I loved it. This was great. This was amazing.
Wow,
10 out of
wow.
10. Hands down.
But before you leave, you've got an option.
Uh,
Um, with the band, you'll have to ask them if they want separate interviews so they can have like their own
uh,
thing, or we can also maybe, if we're done doing separately, then all of you guys get to sit together and then, you know. So
I
you
think we
guys
would
will have
look
to.
really pretty. We would look very
Yeah,
beautiful if all three of us was just sitting right here like
yeah,
this. Like, hey
like
girl, hey
flowers.
girl.
Yeah, yeah. Like I saw your. I'm just seeing now your one of your projects with the pipe, and it's got all the flowers.
Uh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
And then the
Yeah,
smoke. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
I think it'd be lovely. If we could do it both those ways, but that's up to you because I mean, um,
I think we should. I think we should do all of that.
yeah, yeah. It's your the ball is on you guys. So I mean, you
I would
guys get
tell
to
them. I
decide.
would tell them to reach
Yeah,
out to the ballers booth.
yeah. You
Um,
guys get to decide
and
how you want to present yourselves.
exactly, exactly,
True.
exactly. And
Yeah.
so, it's been an honor to be on your platform. And so I appreciate you for having me. It's been great. It's been a great time. I know all of your listeners and your followers are gonna love this episode. We had a great talk. So
True.
where can I
True.
find it? Like where should I go on the
Uh,
YouTube page and just
okay.
or should I
I
or is
just
it on Instagram? Is it gonna
I
be
just
clips on Instagram?
I'm gonna post it on the. I've already just opened
A YouTube.
a separate YouTube channel for
Okay.
it, but yeah, but because of StreamYard, like they told me like I have to wait for like 24 hours to approve it. So like, but now it's just that I'm using the Hip Hop Nation TV YouTube platform right now,
Mhm.
so for me to be able to interview you. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna share it on the
On
YouTube
YouTube.
channel. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, definitely. Don't Yeah, I'll definitely share the link with you.
Because I want
Yeah,
to show people. I'm like,
yeah.
look, y'all, I was in a podcast in South Africa.
Africa. Definitely,
Shout out
definitely.
Johannesburg.
Man.
We coming.
Yeah. Yeah, please, bro, because I mean,
You gotta
J.
bring
Cole,
me.
J. Cole is coming this year. Jill Scott is already coming. So why
You
is Sadhu
you
not
have to bring
coming?
me. You have to
Yeah,
bring me.
I
So
have to
so
bring Sadhu.
I gotta talk to your sister, call your aunties, Tell them we
Cool.
coming. They gotta
True.
cook. We gonna sing,
Cool.
and we gonna have a good time. Call all your cousins. Tell them come to the house.
And we get to chill, right?
Yeah, we gonna
And,
chill.
and yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And just play music. Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
gotta teach y'all how to play
Uh,
spades. You know how to play spades?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you know
I
how to play
know. I
dominoes?
know. I haven't played dominoes in a long time. I was like
Okay.
5 or 6, but yeah, but that would be nice, just to go
You play
back
Uno?
to it. Uno, yeah, I used to. I used to.
We
I
gonna play
used to.
all the games.
You can play all the games, all the board games as well. That's fine. That's fine with
Yeah,
me. Right.
yeah.
Sadhu, oh man, I know you're a very busy lady, so
You funny.
so let me just give you time to rest, because I mean, you just came from like a long trip,
Hmm.
but people speaking, I'm honored. I'm
I
honored
am
that
too.
that we speak here. So yeah, man, all blessings to you. With your journey. Um, Shout out to your mom, your dad, your family, your team, uh, and yeah, and shout out to you, most of all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
shout out to you. I wish you all of the blessings on all of your endeavors. I pray God really shows you favor and grace and mercy and that he has his hand on everything that you do. Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
So, peace, much
All
love.
right. Peace out.
For sure.
See you in
See you.
Johannesburg.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna say
Yeah.
date soon.
Yeah. See you in Johannesburg.
Yeah. Oh, guys, Sadhu Sounds. Oh, man, it feels like I've known her for a long time. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Only God's work, guys. This is God's work. Yeah, Spirit has led me. Um, Considering all the challenges I've went through, or should I say we went through, man. Ah, ah, man. It's truly an honor to have Sadhu Sounds, man. Uh, Guys, Texas, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out for this lady. Watch out for her band, Sis Band. Shout out to Sis Band as well. Shout out to the ladies as well. What they do, all of them, the music is amazing. It's amazing, guys. Check them out. I'm not bullshitting you guys. The music is amazing. Um, it was truly an honor to have Sadhu Sounds here. Yeah, for those that were not watching, you guys don't worry, you'll get to see the recording. Yeah, definitely doing something with Hip Hop Nation TV and Paula's booth. Uh, yeah, it's time for us to expand, guys. Shout out to everyone that's been supporting me. Do check me out on Instagram, Ecliptic, Hip Hop Nation TV, Paula's booth. We on Instagram, on Facebook, we on Twitter. We're on Buzzsprout for those that don't that usually like listening to our interviews and via audio. So yeah, so we're almost everywhere. But yeah, definitely we'll definitely make an effort to be 100% everywhere. Um, yeah, it's expansion for us every day. So shout out to you guys as well for watching. So yeah, and for following Hip Hop Nation TV and Ballers Booth. We'll definitely let you guys know um on more artists. The ones that are coming also as well. Man, it's gonna be amazing, guys. It's gonna be amazing. It's not even half of the year. But look how many look at the amazing artists that we have. Like Sadhu Sounds, bruh. Come on, man. Anyway, peace, like I'm out. So this is a beautiful song. She said Borrowed Time was one of her favorite songs. I also like that song. This is like, what is it? Soul PK Part 2. It's a dope project. It's a nice project. Paulus Booth, signing out.